You asked for a sunset eyeshadow look, so here is my version. I love a sunset moment because it's such a vibrant eye look. Let's get into this tutorial. Dipping into Volume 1, Fall Eyeshadow Palette by Bloodline Beauty, picking up this shade and applying it right in the crease a little bit higher and then blending it out. Taking a clean blending brush, you're going to blend above the shadow that we just applied and making it smooth across just like butter. Regardless if you're going to apply a shadow below your brow, you need to blend it out just so it's so smooth right across and there's no harsh edges. Nobody wants anything harsher on here when we're talking about eyeshadow. Going in with the next shadow now, make sure you're evenly coating your brush. That took me a little bit longer to learn. If you have an even coated brush, that means you have even pigment across. Now just blend that in the center of the crease. You see how those colors are complementing each other even though they're similar but yet so different. And I just really want to make sure that I'm blending and blending and blending. I like to follow the socket of my eye and really get into that depth. That way there's no creasing and everything is smooth like butter. You will literally hear me say that so many times throughout this video, but literally, you see how smooth that is? Like I said, like butter. And as you see, I'm picking up that same shade, but with a flat packing brush and just applying it in the inner duct of my eye. Now going in with the next shade, which is a hot pink, and this is the Lost in Love palette by Ravishing Rouge. This hot pink is stunning. I mean, look at it. The pigment speaks for itself. And I'm just packing that shade down, ensuring that it's staying right in the center of the eyelid. Now this tool right here is going to be your best friend because as you see, I'm using the same brush, but I need it throughout this whole eyeshadow process. Because for me, that ensures that the pigment is even all the way across. Now this next shade, purple, make sure that you apply it towards the outer edge of the eye, but not all the way to the end. Why? Because we're picking up this deeper purple to deepen that outer edge of the eye. I really want to give it that depth, that way the rest of the colors in the sunrise eyeshadow look pops. And notice that I'm just packing, that way I'm not disturbing the shadow in the crease. Now going in with that clean blending brush, and you're just going to, as I always say, blend it out like butter. That way everything that you applied on the lid lays flush together with everything in the crease and everything just goes together. You want the colors to pop, but you also want them to fade together. You want them to fade over and lay seamless with that outer depth of the outer V of your eye. And then once you're done blending, at this point, you can pick up your brush, no extra product, and put that depth back into the outer V, just reinforcing all of that pigment. And don't be afraid to get all up in that socket of the eye. When you close your eye, you want to make sure that everything is flush and there's no creases. Now take a Q-tip, and no, not the one you clean your ear with, ew. Just kidding, but Q-tips are used for makeup as well. What I'm doing is I'm fading out that hot pink in the center of the eye. I want it to pop, but I also want it to lay together with the colors that I applied on each side of the eye. And then again, I'm just going back in and reinforcing that orange color that I applied towards the inner part of the eye. For this type of look, you're going to do a lot of blending and a lot of reinforcing. But hello, we're doing a sunset moment, so you know we need that pop of yellow. Going in with the Little Ray of Sunshine eyeshadow palette by ColourPop, I applied it right below the brow and just blending it around, all around to the outer edge of your eye. And again, we applied a new color, so we're cleaning that blending brush, and then we're going to go back in and blend. That way that yellow sets right on top and has its own moment, but it's blended like butter. And if you're wondering why I say that 1,000 times in my tutorials, it's because when I was new to eyeshadow, it took me a long time to learn to blend, reinforce, blend. But when I said like butter, I got it. Now I'm taking a clean makeup wipe, cleaning up that edge and bringing this whole look together. And when I'm using bold colors like this, I will fold my makeup wipe and clean again, making sure that it is sharp. Sharp like that dinner knife that you're going to be using tonight during date night, cutting through that steak. Now look how stunning everything blends together, but we're not done yet. Taking a flat shadow brush and picking up that deeper purple that we applied on the outer V and running it below the lower lash line. Taking a Q-tip and blending out those harsh edges. because you don't want your eyeshadow screaming at you. I mean, you want a slight scream, but not screaming at you, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, can we just admire how everything looks so seamlessly together? Stunning. Now, if you've been here for a minute, you know the drill. I'm going to finish this eye and I'll be back with the final look. And here it is, my beauties. Let me know in the comments if I ate down and delivered that sunset eyeshadow moment. And subscribe for more in-depth tutorials.